All right, folks, just continuing with the cabinet build out. We're gonna put some crown molding on top here today. These that's what we're gonna try to do. So you see I already have my scrap pieces, which are kind of like helping nail it in because I wanna maintain that. A little bit of the face on the bottom, a little bit of face on the top, so it's kind of even, you know, symmetrically. It looks really good. And then we'll just put some crown molding on top. We'll paint it, give it a little bit of a, a little bit of a kick, a little bit of an edge. And then maybe this side we'll do something else as well. So let's go. All right, so there you have it. We have one coat on. Looks pretty good. Some people look at it and go, wow, it looks horrible. Well, in actuality, it does right now because it's the first coat and it soaks into the wood. So something like this is probably going to take a couple more coats, maybe 3 more coats to get into a glass, smooth finish like this. So we'll see how it turns out when it's dry, and I'll sand it to get rid of any, fibers that popped out. So it takes a little bit of time, but we'll get there. Okay, as you see, that's a little bit tedious work, but we want to make sure it's nice and smooth. It's free of defects and things of that nature. We cleaned up the angles a little bit. Everything looked really good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tack rag it, get rid of the dust, and then we're going to go through and do a fine coat of caulking for all the little gaps everywhere and get that resolved. And then what we'll do is we'll put our second coat on probably tomorrow. I think it's going to take at least 2 more coats until it looks really good. Still, you know, there's open grain and things of that nature, which I think will have a little bit of open grain. But you know, if that's the case, that's the case. We'll just put enough coats on it to get it really kind of smooth, but it's not going to be perfection. But I think it does have a good color match. I think it does make it look a lot better. So I'm happy with it. I think it was a good choice. I think I'm going to stay with this color. I was thinking it may not work out, but it looks like it's going to work out. So I'm happy. We're gonna get ready for caulking. What I want to do is shine a light from the top to the bottom, because we are going to install upper cabinet lighting behind the crown. So I just want to make sure we get any cracks that I can see. And you can see like right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some light showing right there. It's pretty tight, but you don't want that showing. It makes it look really bad. The lights have turned on, so we'll address that. Hey folks, coat number 2. Maybe this is kind of the second to last coat. So I'm predicting at least 3 coats. We'll see. Hey folks, so it's been a challenging week trying to get this crown molding done and all this cabinet work done, including under cabinet lighting, overhead lighting done before we get our appliances, because I don't want paint dripping on the appliances and things of that nature. So, you know, it's been a push. So it looks like this is the last coat, which is great. There's always one last coat. So we're gonna get started doing that. Hopefully it comes out really good and smooth. The joints came out really tight. I'm really happy with it. So we'll start putting paint on, see how it goes. And then what I have to do is, I did put some caulking down the side, even though I usually don't do that. But when I shined the light down for the overhead lighting, I had a cascade of light coming through each of these cabinets, because there's a little bit of gap between the cabinets. So I just want to address that with some caulking. So that forces me to take some paint and run down the center of the cabinet here, and I did that. Right into the cabinet, I did that, but I left a lot of brush marks with my 2.5 inch brush. So I got a detail brush, so I go through that today, get that all smooth. Hopefully that will go well, because it's really hard to kind of get that paint-like finish to match without the brush strokes, but hopefully that detail brush will take care of that. So let's get started.